Spider-Man No Way Home cut scene with full Sinister 16? That rhyme, don't hate the player, hate the game, bars.
What's going on, everybody? It's Warren. Welcome back to the Cosmic Wonder, where we talk all things Marvel and MCU. Spider-Man No Way Home has been in theaters for over a month now, coming up on 2 months. And the writers and the production team and the actors are all doing tours right now, and they're all doing interviews. And of course, as they do interviews and get asked questions, more about the film comes out, including what we actually missed. Scenes that almost made it to the final cut, but were cut out right before they decided on what the finale was. And for those Mysterio fans, we almost got Mysterio in the final battle for Spider-Man No Way Home. And not just Mysterio, but some other villains as well. And sadly, we do actually have a little bit of a tease of what this could have looked like, as well as Marvel has released official concept art of this final scene and Mysterio in it fighting Doctor Strange. The writers have shed some light on what the scene actually was and how Mysterio and Rhino came into the final battle of Spider-Man No Way Home. So let's break down what they said. And of course, if you're new,
I would have liked to
Marvel,
see Rhino.
be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the latest videos. So in an interview with comicbook.com, Spider-Man No Way Home writers Chris McKenna and Eric Sommers talk about how we almost actually did have a Sinister Six. And in this interview, they explained that they kept going over who should the sixth villain be, who was going to be the final member of the Sinister Six. And before they decided to not have a sixth member, the two options that they had on the table were going to be either Mysterio or Rhino. And I personally would have loved to see Mysterio show up in Spider-Man No Way Home, because it would have been a different Mysterio. It wouldn't have been the same Quentin Beck that we saw in Spider-Man Far From Home. And this would have added a bit of a twist to everything, because in that final battle, people probably would have seen Mysterio, which would have added some confusion considering the fact that he's dead in the MCU, or should I say the main timeline. But perhaps the biggest thing that we were robbed of, because this did not make the final cut, was a fight between Mysterio and Doctor Strange. As I mentioned, official concept art for Spider-Man No Way Home has come out, and it shows Mysterio fighting Doctor Strange at the Statue of Liberty. Now, this would have been a very interesting battle, because Doctor Strange is magic, but Mysterio is not. He's an illusionist. He's the master of illusions. So it would have been interesting to see how he held up against Doctor Strange using his illusions. Would this have been confusing to Doctor Strange, or would it have simply been just a walk in the park for Doctor Strange? True magic versus illusions. Despite whatever it may have been, I'm sure it would have looked phenomenal. Now, instead of getting Mysterio or Rhino as the sixth member of the Sinister Six, they kind of came through at the end, where the multiverse starts to kind of tear apart, and all of the villains who know that Peter Parker is Spider-Man are coming through. In a real quick blink and you'll miss it moments, we can see people like Kraven the Hunter, and of course Mysterio and Rhino are there as well. So ultimately, that is what they decided on, instead of having that one last member of the Sinister Six. However, the writers do go on to say that they really thought about doing the official Sinister Six in this movie. Chris McKenna says, who is the Sinister Six here? If you want six, you can always say Venom was the sixth member if you want. He's in the tag. He made it into the MCU, but he never made it out of Mexico. There was always that talk of, should we be doing officially the Six? Now, ultimately they didn't, but here's something that is truly interesting. The writers also revealed that the Green Goblin was originally not the main villain of the film, but they lost characters. And as they lost certain characters, the Green Goblin became the main villain of the film. So you have to wonder who they lost, and if they lost them because Sony and Marvel are actually planning on using them for an official Sinister Six movie. Sony executive producer Amy Pascal once said about 2 years ago that if you look at everybody in the MCU, we actually have all of the members of the Sinister Six already. So perhaps that's why we didn't get an official Sinister Six in this movie, because Sony and Marvel have other plans for the Sinister Six. And of course, a new Spider-Man trilogy has been announced with Tom Holland. Perhaps they're waiting for him right around the corner in another movie. But I would have really liked to see Mysterio in that final battle go up against Doctor Strange and the Spider-Man. But let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Would you have liked to have seen Rhino show up, or Mysterio, or perhaps maybe even both, the Sinister Seven? Let me know your thoughts, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the latest news. For live updates, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.
Part of that always felt part of that, since seeing the movie, felt kind of left open, like it's not tied up. You know what I mean? Because we got all 3 Spider-Man. Why not throw the Sinister Six in? That rhymed too. Don't make play the game bars. It would have been appropriate for such a climactic battle that all Sinister Six were there. But we didn't. Whatever. Yeah. You could say Venom was, but I would like to see Rhino. To hell with Mysterio. No. I would have liked to see both of them. I would have. I would like to see both of them but then people have been like, well, what is it? A Sinister 6 or Sinister 7? What's going on here? But I don't know. So, well, you can take out Venom. Because Venom was never part of the Sinister Six, correct? Not when I was collecting, he wasn't. So, I don't know. So, Vulture, Scorpion, like just a lot of... I can't remember who the official... I know Doc Ock was always in it. Vulture, Electro, Rhino, and Scorpion. And the Lizard's not part of it, is he? Mysterio. Yeah, Mysterio, Doc Ock, Electro. Mysterio, Doc Ock, Electro. Mysterio, Doc Ock, Electro. Vulture. Mysterio, Doc Ock, Electro, Vulture. Is Green Goblin? Green Goblin's not part of it, is he? Mysterio, Doc Ock, Electro, Rhino, Scorpion, Vulture. Right? Whatever. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought about this. I would have liked to seen it. But it was still a great movie anyway. So, hey, I'm pretty much a happy fan. Go over and subscribe to Cosmic Warmer because he gets all the scoops on Marvel stuff. And if you enjoyed my reaction to this news, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers. Woo!